A guten Erev Shabbos, my dear friends. This week, Parshas Beshalach, we light candles here in Brooklyn at 4:48 p.m. Make sure to put on tefillin before sunset, and please have in mind our brothers and sisters in Eretz Israel. We know this week we had a tough week. So many soldiers were killed. May Hashem protect them all. May Hashem help that all the hostages return safely. And so let's do some mitzvahs, whatever we can do on their behalf. In this week's Torah portion, we read about the manna, the food that the Jewish people ate in the desert for 40 years. Hashem provided the Jewish people with everything what they needed. The food came from heaven. The clothing were washed and grew with them throughout the 40 years of the desert. A Jew once came over to the first Baba Varav, Rabbi Shlomo Halberstam, and he asked them, if the Jews had everything they needed, and how did they perform the mitzvah of tzedakah? How did they give? It's a big mitzvah to give charity to the poor, but nobody was poor. Everybody had everything they needed. So he told them that our sages tell us about the manna, that the manna had a special thing that whatever food you imagined you wanted to taste, you tasted. So he said the richer people, they had ideas, they had experience from some very, very expensive delicacies. So when they came to the poor, they told the poor people, I want you to imagine this and this food. The poor person had no idea about this kind of food. So that was the tzedakah. When you told them what to imagine, what to taste. Tasting the food. It says in Tehillim, Ta'amu urehu ki toiv Hashem. Taste and see that Hashem is good. The Alter Rebbe once came to the town of Shklov, and he went into the synagogue, and he gave a clap on the bima. There was many, many scholars, Torah scholars sitting there, and he said, Ta'amu urehu ki toiv Havaya. Taste and see that Hashem is good. And he left. And that alone caused dozens of young scholars to follow him. They wanted to hear what do they have to say. And he showed them, and he guided them. He taught them the Chassidus. So giving someone to taste the food, the spiritual food, is the best tzedakah that we can do. There was once a student that came to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and they asked the Rebbe a question. He says, Rebbe, what is your job? What is your position? I know you're the Lubavitcher Rebbe, but what do you do? So the Rebbe smiled, and the Rebbe pointed to the light bulb. He says, you see this light bulb? So this light bulb is connected with wires to a power station that powers the entire Brooklyn. And the power station is connected with wires all the way to the Niagara Falls with a mega power station that empowers the entire New York State. It says each and every one of us is a light bulb. And we are connected to a very infinite power station. There is infinite power energy that we have in us. But sometimes people are in the dark and they don't know to make the connection and to turn the switch on. My job is to show them where is the switch, where is the light switch. And really the Rebbe tells us that this is the job of each and every one of us, to guide the people, to show them where is the light switch. And that is a job that everybody can do. Because if, as the Rebbe said, if you know the letter Aleph and you don't know the letter Beis, don't wait until you learn the letter Beis. Teach someone else who doesn't know the Aleph before you learn the letter Beis. Whatever you know, share. And we can really learn from everybody. So that's a form of tzedakah that we will do. Let us spread the light. The spreading of the light will bring the world to a better place, a place where the light of Mashiach will shine. Let us happen very soon, Amen. Have a good Shabbos.